Hi, I'm Ed Highland. This is Audiology TV, and I'm joined now by Therese Walden, who's the president of the American Academy of Audiologists. Therese, thanks for joining us, and give us an idea as you look back on things a little bit. What are a couple surprises that have taken place in the last year or so?
Well, there's been more than a few. We've had our share of surprises. I guess the two things that surprised me, and I had a sense of it when I was coming into this, Ed, that this academy and the profession is all about the people. I mean, it really is about what people are willing to contribute, from the stuff that you can do locally, to the stuff you do at your state, to the stuff you do every day with your patients, to the things you do on a national level. If it weren't for people willing to give up their time and passionately give up their time, this would be a very difficult road to hoe. So my job as president is really just kind of advocate for and to kind of coordinate the people in the right direction, so that we're all focused in the right direction. So I think that it's really important that folks understand that everybody can contribute something, no matter how much time. It's always important to do that because it is about the people. Ultimately, it's about the people doing that. The other thing that really struck me this year, and I guess it's going to continue for the out years as well, and that is how much transition we're going through. The audiology of 2012 is not the same as audiology 2010, 2000, 1999, 1990. It is so different now with all of the 24/7 capability that we have in terms of connectivity, social media, all of the expectations. There's a sense of that I've asked for it, it should be done by 5 o'clock. I mean, literally done by 5 o'clock. So it's very difficult to do that. So we're in such a time of transition all across the business world, all across healthcare, all across the economy, everything. So it impacts us in our day-to-day lives, our personal lives as well as professionally, as well as trying to deal with advancing the needs and the capabilities of the profession as well. So the transition has been a huge issue and surprise to me in terms of how to deal with that on a day-to-day basis.
We look back a little bit. You talked about now. Let's look into the future, 2, 3, 4, 5 years down the road. What do you see for the profession and for audiologists?
More transition. I totally see that where we have been and what we've been able to do and been consistent with, been able to be consistently good at what we've been able to do, may not play a year from now or 2 years from now. It's tough to think in just a year or two when things take so much time. Generally speaking, we're not talking about a decade from now. We'll be so much better at something. We don't know what's going to come over the hill. So what I see is that if we can stay connected and relationship building, how important that is within the profession, and then external to the profession, those things that help us to deliver patient care, to do our research, to train our students, to do all of that much more effectively, that we take advantage of those kinds of capabilities. And again, it's just so hard to predict the future. We don't know where we'll be in the economy. We don't know what healthcare is going to do in terms of healthcare reform and the issues and the impact of that on audiology. So again, it's just a sense of being aware, being dynamic, not being stuck in the past, acknowledging the past but not being directed by the past, and then building the future as we see it and as appropriate for us as audiologists.
Therese Walden, thank you so much for joining us right here on Audiology TV.